Good evening, sports fans. Basketball makes a return to secondary schools with the return of the Subway Secondary School Basketball Tournament. This is the 16th year that Subway has been sponsoring the event. The contribution to the tournament is more than $40,000. Kester Elcock is the president of the Grenada National Basketball Association.
Today we stand at the beginning of an exciting journey, one that brings together talent, teamwork, and true love of the sport of basketball. This championship is not only a platform for showcasing athletic skill, but is also a chance for young players to grow and learn and lead. In basketball as in life, we learn invaluable lessons: perseverance, discipline, and respect for our teammates and our opponents. These are lessons that will go beyond the court and shape us as well-rounded individuals as we prepare for the challenges ahead. We owe a deep debt of gratitude to our generous sponsors, Subway, again for being with us. Their support has not only brought resources, but demonstrated their commitment to empowering our youth through sport.
Chief Curriculum Officer in the Ministry of Sports, Jerry Alexis, highlighted the significance of physical education in the development of young people.
But on behalf of the Ministry of Education, we are very grateful to Subway and the Ministry of Sports for actually putting on this tournament. We know last year that we had a lapse in the tournament and we were not able to have it for many reasons, which we're not going to get into now. But we are so happy that Subway is on board, and Subway and Ministry of Sports can actually create that avenue, that opportunity for our students to get outside of the classroom and actually participate in activities, which will be beneficial for them. We clearly understand the benefit of creating a balanced child, developing the child holistically, not just the academics, but we understand clearly the importance of sports and physical activities. Every day we at the ministry, and especially in my department, we speak to the importance of having the kids play more so now than ever, because we know you guys are locked to that. So every opportunity that we think that we could get you all out of the classroom, basically to get out in some form of sporting activity, we at the Ministry of Education, we greatly appreciate it.
The West Indies' hopes of bouncing back against England were dashed on Sunday as the visitors clinched a 7-wicket victory at Kensington Oval, putting them up 2-0 in the 5-match T20 series. England's chase of 159 was spearheaded by a scintillating 83 off 45 balls from captain Jos Buttler, who led his team to victory with more than 5 overs to spare. Earlier in the game, West Indies struggled to build momentum after winning the toss and choosing to bat. Saqib Mahmood's early strikes left the host reeling at 35 for 3 within the power play. Captain Rovman Powell fought back with a gritty 43 off 41 balls, finding occasional support from Nicholas Puran, who added 15 in a sluggish 35-run partnership. However, as West Indies batsmen struggled to handle England's disciplined bowling, with Livingston and Dan Mosley sharing 4 wickets between them. Powell finally found his range, clearing the mid-wicket boundary with a powerful 6 off Livingston. But just as he looked set to accelerate, he was undone by Mosley's accurate Yorker, which bowled him for 43, halting the Scorpions' scoring push in the 17th over. Despite a late surge from the lower order, which included some quick runs from Gudakesh Modi and Shepherd and debutant Terence Hines, West Indies managed only 158 for 8 from their 20 overs. With this win, England holds a commanding 2-0 lead in the series. West Indies will need to regroup and address their batting struggles if they're to stay competitive in the remaining matches. West Indies superstar duo Hayley Matthews and Deandra Doughton powered the Melbourne Renegades women to a dominant 9-wicket win over the Adelaide Strikers women in Women's Big Bash League action in the Karen Ralton Oval on Monday. Matthews and Doughton both got their best scores of the season to help the Renegade Hawks down a target of 186 for the loss of just 1 wicket in 17.1 overs. Matthews hit 12 fours and 2 sixes on her way to 85 off 54 balls, while Doughton finished 46 off just 18 balls, hitting 7 fours and 1 six. Earlier, the Strikers posted what they thought would be a good total with 185 for 8 from their 20 overs after being put into bat by the Renegades. Talia McGrath and Simriti Mandahan led the way with 49 and 40 respectively, as Matthews led the Renegades bowling with 2 for 28 from her 4 overs. The win puts the Renegades second on the points table with 8 points from 7 games, the same amount of points as the Sydney Thunder, who have played 2 less games. And Senegal's Olympic countdown has begun. Senegal is counting the days until it becomes Africa's first Olympic host nation. The Youth Olympics will take place in the country in 2026 with ambitions to leave more than just sporting memories behind.
Senegal has been getting a taste of what's coming its way in 2 years' time. The capital, Dakar, will host the 2026 Youth Olympics. It will be the first Olympic event to be held in Africa.
To host the event here in Africa is very symbolic. I think it's very powerful. It gives tons of hope for any future events, being the Olympic Games or other properties, being World Championships, or why not, the Olympic Games themselves on the continent.
A multi-sport event for athletes aged 15 to 18, the Youth Olympics were last held in Argentina's capital, Buenos Aires, in 2018. Senegal has long had a global reputation for producing title-winning footballers. It's hoped these games will open up more options in different sports.
In the past, I don't think those things have happened. So I think for the people who are actually here, it lets them know that whether it's 3-on-3 basketball or karate or whatever, those things can be a success story.
Promoting health and well-being through sport is the wider message of the Games, while legacy projects will include an academy providing training in sports and event management.
We follow respect, we follow integrity, and we follow excellence. Getting to sports when they are still young, at that level, will go a long way in terms of making them to be global citizens. 4,000
ambitious young athletes will be in Senegal when the Games begin in October 2026. Andy Richardson, Al Jazeera.
And that's what's been happening in the world of sports.